Well, here we are again. Going through the drawers here. We are whittling it down. These drawers, or this drawer, kind of one thing relates back to the other drawer. If you saw me with the last video, sorting through and finding all the index cards of autographed ball players. These are the photographs that went along with them. I'm in the process of cleaning out my card case. I have not been into some of these drawers in maybe a decade, I think. So here's the deal. I want to just show you a few of these cards. My wife's grandfather and grandmother used to go down to Lakeland, Florida every year, and they would visit with the ball players, who were a lot more friendly back in those days. And they would chum it up with people. In fact, John Hand, I think that was his name, was the equipment manager for the Tigers, and my wife's grandfather became good friends with him. So they'd sit around and drink coffee, and it was a good time for all back in those days. But here, I'm not going to go through this big, giant glob of pictures here, but I just wanted you to see a few of these things. So some of them are kind of neat. This is John Hiller, and I can't tell you who the other character is in there. Who is this? This is also John Hiller. You can make him out. Shadows in the face. The bill of the cap will always shade their face. I found that out. Here's Larry Pashnick of the Tigers. I don't know whose hand this is. I don't know whose picture this is. It says on the back that it's the Tigers pitching coach. There's no name on it, but anyway, that's a World Series ring from 1984. Okay. All right, let's see who else is here. I don't know what they were doing down there at the time, but here's Joe Ginsberg. It looked like some kind of a reunion they had down in Lakeland. And Ginsberg played for the Tigers back in the 40s, 50s. He played in the 50s. And I actually met him. He was an alcohol salesman when I was working at my the grocery store I was at. He was selling, I think, Arrow Distributing liquors. And got a chance to meet him. But that's him. Here's Sweet Lou coming out of the clubhouse. Here's Mercado and Lowry. Oh, now this is a Kansas City Royal. They must have been playing them today. That's Willie Wilson. Here's Joe Ginsberg again. It's Kurt Gibson. You can see Johnny Grubb there in the batting cage. I didn't know any better. I'd say the guy in the red jacket is Jim Hawkins. I could be wrong, but it kind of looks like him from the Detroit Free Press back in the day. Yeah, I'm not going to go through all of these. Oh, here's Jack Morris, because he dressed so well back in the day. I used to be embarrassed for him sometimes. Jack Morris, there he is again. That says Jack Morris, but that's a catcher's glove. That is not Jack Morris. I don't know who that is. It's not Jack Morris. It says Jack Morris on the back. It's Lou Whitaker again. All right, let's just go down here. Oh, I know this guy. It's Frank Tanana. I like this picture. This is a bunch of guys running, just starting the season. Now, this is Leon Roberts, who is actually from the city of Vicksburg, which is kind of south of Kalamazoo. Played for the Tigers for a while. Here's Billy Heft. Played for the Tigers in the 50s. Again, it's during some reunion thing down in Lakeland back during the day. Here's Lou Whitaker. Anyway, a lot of old photographs from that era. They're in this particular drawer. Okay, this is pretty cool. This is a complete set of 1972. No, 73. 73. These are 1973 Kellogg's 2D cards. Remember, they didn't have the plastic coating on theirs. There's no cracking on these cards. It's a complete set, completely in the wrapper. See, the first card is Amos Otis. See who else is in here. Oh, here's one. Check that out. Steve Carlton. You can see right through these things. That's Nolan Ryan. Look at this. This is nice. Fergie Jenkins. Here's Joe Torre. This one's kind of cool. Yeah, you have to look through the package, but I'm not ripping the packages open. These things are in gem mint shape. Oh, yeah. Lou Brock. Oh, man. Tom Seaver. Yeah, this thing is chocked full of stars. Full set. Full set of Kellogg's 1973 2D cards, which are all baseball cards, 2D. But that was kind of the name they had. Complete set. Speaking of complete set, here's one. I guess these are all pretty much Kellogg's cards in here. It's a 1979 set. Again, I'm just going to kind of pull some apart and see what you got in here. Some great ball players. This card set, I think this might have been when the card got more narrow. I'm not sure if it was that year or not. Isn't that a beautiful card? I like this one. Not a Yankee fan. I'm not a big Yankee guy, but I love certain Yankees. And I love Ron Guidry. He was great. And the year I graduated from high school in 1978, he had a very good year. He was on his way to 30 wins. Didn't make it, but he was close. Oh, look at this. Nice Willie McCovey. For you Pete Rose lovers, I think he was pretty well represented in every single Kellogg set. I might be wrong, but I want to think that he was. Here's Tom Seaver. I really like Tom Seaver best when he's in a Mets jersey. Sorry, Reds fans. Sorry, Peacemaker. Yeah, these are fun. It's a full set. I think it's a duplicate set, as was that Kellogg 2D set. These are duplicates. Oh, yeah, look at this one. Yes. There's Mr. October. And the last card in the set, Jim Sundberg. Yeah, that's a 1979 set from Kellogg's. And I think I have all the Kellogg's cards, but I want to say that was the year that they got smaller. The cards are a lot more narrow. Let's see if you can see what I mean. Here's a standard size card. Can you see how much more narrow and shorter that is? They're still beautiful, and I'm going to show you something. Could just be me, but both of my sets from 79 don't have that nasty curl to them. You can see where it might be starting to curl, but it hasn't. So maybe they fixed that in 79, because it wasn't long after that they stopped making these. Okay, here's a set. When I was selling these at my card show back in the day, whole set, $6. They're not $6 anymore. That's a set, and you can see that's got some curl to it. Again, that's a duplicate set. Well, this is a 1983 Kellogg set. Straight out of the box. My mom and dad's old address. That's when I was living there in 1983. Never opened it. I know what it looks like. I have the set. So, are you talking to me? My dog. She's telling me she needs to go outside. Oh, this is a complete set of the Baseball Superstars photos. I won't go through all of these either. But if you don't have these in your collection, they're really cheap. Really cheap. And they're beautiful. I mean, look at these. It's kind of a miscut, but they're just beautiful to have in your set. And if you can approach some of the ball players that are still with us, they autograph quite well. I love these things. And I actually have some, and they're not in here. Some of them have white backs. These are the cardboard backs. This is a complete set, and I think it's a duplicate too. Yeah. Yeah, it's a complete set, but it is a dupe. This must have been a box that I kept duplicate cards in. Anyway, if you can get those in your set, man, they're easy to store. They're not worth much, but they are beautiful cards. A lot of headshots. That's the thing. A lot of portraits. And this is the last thing in here. These are bottle talkers. You can see the bottle of 7-Up goes right through there. And they had players on them. And you could get a poster of this player, that poster, by following the instructions on the back. Now, there are several athletes shown here, and I'm just going to show you a few. I think there might just be like 10 of them. But, of course, Kingman was one of them. And you can see over here by my fingers, that's where you would put the price. Because I worked at a grocery store, and we got these things, and we didn't use them. Kingman there, that's Earl Campbell. Isn't that cool? You know, Earl Campbell does not have a lot of cards, you know, from the era. It's kind of nice to have that. Okay, this is Don Mahoney, I think. Hockey player. Here's John McEnroe. This is Pat Hayden, quarterback. Check this one out. Larry Bird. Look at him. What a geek. Okay, here's Hollywood Henderson. And if I'm going to show Larry Bird, you know who else I have to show? Anyway, that's a full set of those. They're kind of like a magazine composite. They're not paper. They're a little thicker than that. And like I showed you before, you just put them over the bottles, and they would hang off the edge of the bottles, and you could get yourself a poster of those. I used to have some posters, but I gave them all away. And that's it. This box is now empty. So now I got to put all these other cards in other boxes and take the dupes and put them in for sale. It's happening. We're getting close to getting that completed. I appreciate you tuning me in. I really do. Thank you very much. And if you wouldn't mind, can you subscribe? Give me a like. Something, please. Talk soon.
Cardboard meditation helps set your mind right. Thank you for watching. Show us your appreciation by clicking the like and subscribe button. Ring the bell while you're at it so you'll know when we upload a new story.